But anyway, then we're at the main event on SmackDown. Let's get to it, because all show long, the deal was the main event is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They're the old friends, Steen and Generico, doing it again. And Sami at the top of the program had gone to the Bloodline locker room, and Paul intercepts him. Hey, Shmooly. He wants to talk to the guys, wants to talk to the Usos, Solo and Roman. Oh, they're not here. No, they want you to do this all on your own. Oh, okay. Prove yourself to Roman. You know, you can do it. That's the best thing, blah, blah, blah. And then later on, they had Sami and Owens argue with each other. Owens is trying to explain to Sami that the Bloodline don't give a shit about him, and obviously Sami feels different. He feels like he belongs. So anyway, that was the main event, and they gave him 20 minutes, which, again, the same time, somebody thought it was okay. Well, let's give Owens and Zayn the same amount of time as Gunther and Braun Strongman. These guys have worked with each other a million times. They could do fucking 3 hours, and they'd love to. As a matter of fact, I've seen it 100 times. I've never seen it with Steen 30 pounds lighter than he was in Ring of Honor and Zayn with no mask on. They can both work, but they'll be doing this when they're 70 in their backyard for fun without even spectators, because they just love to work with each other, sometimes to the detriment of everything else. But nevertheless, you know, much of the match on the floor or the apron, because that's the stuff they like to do. But Zayn, again, that buggy whip-armed, no definition, but he can pick Kevin Owens up and give him a brain buster on the apron and not kill either one of them. The guy is amazing with the strength that Zayn shows, and the same thing with Owens. As I mentioned, next to Roman Reigns, he looks like a mattress that somebody pulled half the stuffing out of, and he's fucking pale, he's translucent, but he can move that big bulbous ass around the ring. So, and they did, have you seen now, this was something that Moxley and Page did, and same week they did the same thing. Zayn just out of nowhere suplexed Owens right on the top of his head, and Owens bounced up to his feet and clotheslined the fuck out of Sami, and then they both sold. Well, it's nice to know now that if I take a sledgehammer and hit somebody over the head with it, that they've got about 8 seconds they can still fuck with me before they feel the effects of it. So anyway, at the point was they were going home, going into the finish. Sami had dropped Owens on his head again, was setting up for the big kick, and suddenly the Usos and Solo just roll in the ring and attack Owens, and there's the disqualification, and Sami's like, what the fuck? They're not even supposed to be here. And they hit their finish on Owens and beat him up on the floor, and Solo gives him the thumb, and Sami is shocked, and he's like, I was supposed to do this. But he puts the finger up anyway, like we're the ones. They had a 20-minute match. It was basically the same as all their matches. They did a lot of shit. Nothing was really stunk. Some of it didn't make any sense. But then cheap DQ, further storyline. Sami's conflicted now. Oh, golly. The end.
Well, that was the end. That was SmackDown.
What do you didn't say what you thought of the match?
You know, I'm in the minority. I have a difficult time watching these two work together because I know they're best friends. And it's hard for me to take anything they're doing out there. It's hard for me to suspend disbelief at all with these two working against each other because I know they're best friends.
They do have that strong emotional bond between them.
I've seen them wrestle against each other in Ring of Honor. I've seen them in NXT. I've seen them here. You know, I get it's a career-long thing, and like you said, there'll be old men doing this in their backyards. That'll be their last. You know, their last match is going to be against each other. You just know it.
It has to be.
But it's weird when you watch a match that's that where they're laying shit in like this, and you know they're best friends. I mean, I know Flair and Steamboat got along, but I don't know. It's weird for me when I watch these two.
Actually, here's the thing: in the old days or the territory days, only the people really in the business knew that the guys in the ring beating the shit out of each other were best friends. And best friends had some of the greatest matches. But now every fan in the world knows who all the wrestlers really in real life like and don't like. So there's sometimes is a difference. I see what you're saying. Oh, well, that was that.